Welcome to this weekly Saturday series, hashtag Women Power, a global movement. It's my honor and proud privilege to welcome someone who is absolutely full of abundance of talent and wisdom and care and compassion. Bollywood actress, what I can say with Hatke, Pallavi Joshi, women of elegance, women of substance, women of excellence. I would say pride of India, to this women power, a global movement, wherein we mission to have 1 million women on this platform by 2024. Irrespective of caste, creed, color, nationality, and religion. And we started in April 2020. Not a single Saturday lost from April 2020 till date, irrespective of tough, difficult, strange days of COVID waves. And the first women power of ours is none other than my mentor, my friend, my darling sister, a proud Indian, global Indian, I can say, Dr. Kiran Bedi, who first program said, let's take it global. Pallavi, with folded hands, I welcome you to this show.
Bakshi, wonderful, seeing you again. Virtually, though not personally, since we haven't had the chance to meet personally yet. And a big namaskar to all the people who have joined in. Bakshi told me some names which I know, who are friends who have joined us from different parts of the world. So a big hi to all of you. And Bakshi, this 1 million women that you plan to achieve, I'm sure you'll achieve it because times are changing and women are being empowered, and thanks to our male counterparts who are also promoting, women doing their best, giving their best to the world.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, before I go further, let me have a quick, honor of introducing someone who is just brilliant. Just brilliant, I said. Pallavi started performing on stage at a very early age. She acted in pictures like movies like Badla, Aadmi, Sadaka as a child artist. She played a blind child who reformed a notorious gangster in a movie called Dada in 1979. In 1980s and early 90s, she acted in art films like Rukhmati Ki Haveli, Suraj Ka Satwan Ghoda, Tishkani, Vanchit, Rihari. She also played supporting character roles as a sister of the heroine's friend in big budget films including Saudagar, Panna, Tahalaka, Mujrim. She was nominated for the Best Supporting Actress at the Filmfare Awards for her role as handicapped girl in Andha Yudh in 1988. She also won a special jury award at 41st Film Awards, National Film Awards for Vote Chokri 1992. She's also received the Excellence in Cinema Awards at 7th Global Film Festival. She subsequently kept hosting television singing competitions, Saregama Pa, Marathi, Little Champs. I am also associated with Saregama Pa because I am one of the founders of Sangam Kala Group from where Sonu Nigam was. Today is the birthday of Sonu Nigam. Let's give a big round of applause to Sonu Nigam because 7:30 I had to go to his show. And I remember Sonu at a very young age. She appeared as a Kasturba Gandhi. This is one of a very profound. Kasturba Gandhi was someone who's like an icon, who's like a legend. Shyam Benegal, the making of Mahatma, 1995. Her TV appearances were on Mr. Yogi, Bharati Coach, Justaju, Alpavaram, Megrani, Talash, Imtihan, her most famous TV serial has been Arohan, a youth serial based on the Navy. It's a very profound one. Justuju was a weekly serial on television, which also starred Harsh Chaya and Amrita Pandey. She acted in Madhavan in a thriller through Ye Kahan Aa Gaye Hum, which was, I think, later stopped. She also played a lead role in Rita, a Marathi film directed by Renuka Shani. She's also producer of Marathi serials and produced serials in like Asambhav, Anubandh on Zee Marathi. She also played the central character in critically acclaimed Malayalam movie. My God, how many languages? Elayum Mulam, directed by K.P. Sai in 1994. She also played a pivotal role in Kannada film Dashwathara in 1991 and directed by Lokesh. She appeared as an anchor for Zee Antakshri and Zee Saregamapa, Marathi Little Champ. She appeared in various episodes of Rishte in 1999-2001. Pallavi Joshi has been, nominated as one of the Film Television Institute of India member, but I think she refused because there was an issue of protest against one of the actors. She is the recipient of the Special Jury Award National Film. She is married to an Indian film actor, another great human being, Vivek Agnihotri, and she has 2 children. She is the sister of child actor Master Alankar Joshi. Her TV debut is 1977 Daku or Mahatma, and her film debut is Dada. When you look at her, when she won the National Film Award 29 called Tashkent Films, and this is the day when both of them got the award. Her father is well known, Madhusudan Joshiji, and mother late Sushma Joshiji. She was a singer. So I Am Buddha Foundation is one unique example of Vivek Pallavi, wherein an excellent work has been done. I feel proud to be associated with them on an event called Ek Saath, a virtual huge event where recently we had, along with Anupam Kher Foundation, Anupamji, we are remembering you here, and Global Kashmiri Pandit Diaspora, GKPD, where I am a volunteer of GKPD. The brilliance of the event, you can ask anyone, was from any Bollywood singer, from Lataji, from Ashaji to Sonu Nigam. You ask for a singer, it was there, and it was Pallaviji who was hosting that as a brilliant anchor. So this event actually helped us, all of us, in terms of helping our COVID victims who lost their parents. And we have finally been able to, as an I Am Buddha Foundation, Anupam Kher Foundation, and Global Kashmiri Pandit Diaspora has actually got good amount of money we raised from that event after the second wave disaster. I can't stop. Someone has to stop me because she is so brilliant. I can keep on talking about her. I mean, she has done so much work, but the time demands I need to stop. But I need to stop to tell you, as a child, she was known as a dream girl of her childhood. Big round of applause to you, Pallavi ji. You are amazingly great.
Bakshi ji, you can put Wikipedia to shame actually with everything that you've said. Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Now we have here Pallavi ji. I am going to raise certain questions. Along with me is Varsha ji, my global talents, women power. She will raise some questions in Hindi, and we will have a quick jugalbandi of some of the questions. All of you who are on the show right now, please feel free, write down your questions, whichever platform you are, whether you are on YouTube, Facebook, or Global TV channel, or on Zoom. And I promise those on Zoom, I will try to facilitate as much as possible questions. And on Zoom, I will unmute you. and you can ask the question yourself. So that is what I can do for you. And I can see Bina Hora. Oh my God, Bina Hora is Women Power Thailand, Bangkok. She has just joined. She was on the show a few weeks back. Bhavna Matharu. Yeah, Bhavna Matharu, very great to see you here. Bhavna is from Vietnam. I can see Derek Hora already there, and Bina Hora already there. Geetika, our women power from Indonesia, has already joined. Murli Dhar Sham, a very great HR leader of this country. Niti Chakota, oh my God, she's herself a great singer. I can see Paresh, I can see Mr. Pool, Savadhi Khab, Kunpul Nakab. I hope you are not alone. Your wife is also with you. Madam Pool is also with you. I can see, oh, Shipra Tyagi, I can see VC Shanbag ji, welcome ji. Oh, Virendra Kaur from Mauritius is already joined. I can see a lot of people join. I keep on talking about this. Let me go to the first question to Palviji. Palviji, you are a very well-known star today. So many shows, so many movies, so many commendable jobs, welfare, community, society. Having said that, I would be keen to know about your childhood, especially about your parents. Great respects and my humble pranams to Madhusudan Joshi ji. And your mom, she must be watching you from that world. Sushma ji was the singer. How did you start at an early age? Did you face any challenges, issues because you were a girl child? About your that childhood, one side going to the school and other side getting into this, and how did you grow and glow in this role? And did you dream? Did you plan, or it just happened? Over to you, Palviji.
Thank you, Bakshiji. Surprisingly, I never wanted to be a part of cinema. When I was around 4 years old, my grandmother, my mother's mother, my nani, her name was Vimal Ghaisas, and she was a very well-known name in Marathi films. She was an actor. So it was she who basically laid the foundation for all of us, you know. So she was a great motivator, and she would keep, you know, pushing us to do different things. And it all started when we started talking. So my earliest memories with my nani are when she actually asked me one day what I would like to be. And I said, I just want to, you know, decorate people's homes. I was so young that time. I was so small that I probably didn't even know the term interior designing back then. But I had some idea. And I always wanted to, you know, do something creative. So I would like, you know, change the furniture around the house. My parents used to get really upset about it because they would go out, and then by the time they would come back from their work, you know, sofa ki jagah table ki jagah kuch aur. And I used to keep doing that all the time. So I was a big nuisance as a child, I'm sure. But there was a very funny incident that happened. My brother was already a very famous child star, having done films like Andaz and Sholay and Sita Aur Geeta and all that. So Master Alankar was like, see, there have been a lot of child actors. I've also been a child actor, but there have only been 3 or 4 child stars in the film industry. As we say that, you know, the territories used to get sold on their names. The distributors demanded these children to be in the film. So Alankar was one of them. Master Sachin was one of them. And Junior Mehboob was one of them. You know, so after that, I think Master Raju made a great impact. But after that, there have been no child stars, so to speak. There have only been child actors. So I think it was Diwali and we had gone shopping. And because my brother was known and he used to get mobbed, my parents asked both of us to sit in the car, and they went to buy some firecrackers. By the time they came back, somebody had noticed my brother and they had started, you know, mobbing around the car, and everyone suddenly, within no time, there was like a huge crowd around our car, and everybody was pointing towards him and they were saying, "Ye dekho, Master Alankar hai, isne kaam kiya hai, falana kiya, dimaga kiya." And I kept looking at all those people, wondering, you know, that they're so rude. I'm sitting right next to him and nobody even bothers to take my name. I mean, I think my ego took a big beating that time. And I went home and I told my father, I said, how insensitive and rude can people be? So my father laughed and he said, well, people don't know you. That's why they don't take your name. So I said, what do I do then? So he said, act in films. And my father was actually, pushing me to start working in movies because back in those days, we had our own a troupe, and we used to. My grandmother was very close to Yashwantrao Chavanji. Both my nani and my nanaji, they were very good friends with him. And my nani has done a lot of work for Congress Party earlier. So when we had this group, this troupe, we used to go from city to city performing. It used to be like a variety entertainment program, and through that there used to always be a little Congress canvassing included. And we had all started working, on that stage, and it was not just going on the stage and acting, but working behind stage also. Helping other actors, drape their saris, or helping them with their makeup, or if somebody would, finish change of clothes, then those saris had to be like, kept back in the trunks again. So we used to do all that work. And for my father, I think he thought my next step should be films because he always thought I was talented. And after this Diwali incident, I was ready. I said, okay, now because I have to show my brother that I'm no less. And at that time, there was a friend of my father who was making the film. It had Sachin and Sarika in the lead roles. And he wanted someone to play Sarika's childhood. And he had asked my father a couple of times that Pallavi, whether Pallavi will do this film. And my father kept saying that, I've asked her and she keeps saying no. So when I finally said yes, my father called him. And he said, Chanti bhai, Pallavi is ready. So he said, oh, great. We are leaving in 10 days. We are going to shoot in Gujarat. So I'm sending your tickets and, you get Pallavi there. And for this film was like a bilingual film. It was called Khamma Mara Veera in Gujarati and Raksha Bandhan in Hindi. In Hindi, it bombed completely, unfortunately. But the Gujarati version of the film went on to become a Silver Jubilee hit. And for that film, I received my very first film. I received the Best Child Actress Award from Gujarat government, the national, the state level award. And to get that award, we'd gone to Ahmedabad. And I remember the movie was still running to theaters. And when we went to the theater, that time there was a mob around our car, and everybody was like shouting in Gujarati, "Aajo, Nani baby Pallavi che, Aditi Saras che," and blah and blah. And I was, Bakshi ji, I can't tell you the happiness I felt that time. And I was so missing my brother. Said, if only he was here, if only he had seen that, I'm no less. And of course, after that, I went on to do a lot of films as a child actor. But the significant one from them was a movie called Dada, which you spoke about. And in Maharashtrian community, our elder brother is called Dada. So I call Alankar Dada. So he till date never lets me forget the fact that you got your name, fame, and glory only because of Dada, and never forget it. So that's how it started. And then of course, while I was still working as a child actor, it was only a hobby. But when I was in my 10th grade, my father sat me down and he said, what do you want to do for your future? So if you still want to continue films, it's fine. But if not, then you need to concentrate on your academics. By then, I think I had made up my mind, and I said, no, this is the profession I want to be in.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is how stars are born and built. The stars from the sky come on the earth to create and help the society at large. There are a lot of good comments coming in. Speaking from the heart, I can see from Toronto, Vidya Bhushan Dar. I can see Kamal Haqji. He is the Noida Kashmiri Pandit Association chief. I can see Dilip Matu, Jammu Kashmir Vichar Manch. They do a lot of great work. I can see Dr. Reena Nakra. I can see Sarifa from Melbourne, our women power from Melbourne. Of course, I can see Usha Bakshi also there. She is also your very big fan. I can see Kanan Saab, ex-CHRO of PepsiCo. I can see Manu Mehta, HR head of Honda Cars. I can see JP Malhotra Saab, president of Faridabad Management Association. I can see Vanishka Bhatt, youngest women power of GKPD already there. I can see Sandhya Dhar, again a women power. My God, people are coming in, people are writing a lot. Yes, Kanam is wonderful conversation. Somebody is saying Palviji is speaking from the heart. She is an actress of different kind. You rightly said she is different. My God, wonderful. Palviji, let me go to the second question. Now, I want to go to your professional pursuits. When your first one was Daku or Mahatma, then TV shows, and then Saregamas on Marathi, and then Kasturba Gandhi with Shyam Benegal sir. Making of Mahatma, like religion, an icon. I mean, he is above all. How was your experience at an early stage of getting into Saregama Pass, working with iconic personalities like Shyam Benegal Saab? And our audience would like to know, because is it the DNA already existing, or into the DNA, all these people with their experience sharing? Because I believe that we always learn from each other. Their experience sharing made you today the women of substance, Pallavi Joshi.
Well, I would very honestly let me tell you, I consider myself to be extremely lucky that I got a chance to work with the best of directors. And I think my experience of working with them, sitting with them on the sets, learning from them, seeing them, make the film, see their involvement, see how they direct other actors, watching other actors who were also, very great actors too. I think that has kind of made me what I am. In the beginning, when I was still working as a child actor, there were only films. Television did not exist back then. There were no television serials. But yes, there was theater. So I kept doing theater and films. But it was only when I was about 16 or 17 years old, that's when television started with Hum Log. And then, of course, came Bunyad. So during that time, there was a show called Ek Kahani, which was a show of small stories. Every episode had a different story. And each story was was written by some very well-known author. So the first story which was made was called Jangli Booty, and it was a story written by Amrita Pritam. Now this, when I got this show, when I got to do this episode, it was directed by Dayal Nelani, who's Govindji's younger brother, and who was also Shyam Benegal's chief assistant director for a very long time. So when he made this episode, he went and showed it to Mr. Benegal, because it was his first job, as an independent director. And Mr. Benegal straight away called me, and I thought somebody's playing a prank on me when I got a call saying that Shyam Benegal wants to speak to you. And I was like, what, me? Why? And, but coincidentally, a couple of days prior to this phone call, my father wanted me to become a Hindi film actress, into inverted commas, because that was all the knowledge that was there of films earlier. There were art films were not the films that people were looking at, because there was no stardom there. And I don't remember exactly, but something had happened, and my father said, "Why do you keep turning down all the offers that come your way?" And I told him, "But because there is nothing, there's no meat in the characters." So he said, "Aise hi hota hai yahan pe. You just have to keep making your presence felt. And after that, once you make it, then you start getting the kind of roles that you're looking for." And I said, "Nah, I don't think I want to go that way." And he said, "You think what, a Shyam Benegal is going to call you and, ask you to do a film with a very meaty role in it?" And I said, "Well, naseeb mein hoga to karenge phone." And 2 days later, Shyam Benegal actually called me. And so luck has actually played a very big part, in my journey. I went and met Mr. Benegal. I did a film with him called Susman. Then I did Bharat Ek Khoj with him. He was directing another show called Katha Sagar, which was again, short stories by international authors. So I did O. Henry's short story with him. I did Saki's short story with him and a few others. Then Govind Nilani called me to, act in his film. Then I got this Malayalam film. So as you say, karma banta chala gaya. So one thing led to the other. And by the time television had also come to a level where, private channels were getting introduced around 1991. Z came in. I think they came in with Tara in 92. That's when Sony came in, and then Star came in. And when all these things started happening, Antakshari was the flagship show of Z that time, which Durga Jasraj and Annu Kapoor were hosting. So after that, then they called me. So I used to love watching that show, and I agreed to do it. But there were some date problems, so the show went to Renuka Shahani. And then when she finished a year of anchoring, then they came to me. And that time it was, if you remember, there used to be weekly shows.
I remember. Yeah.
So she had a year's contract of about 50 episodes. But when the series came to me, the TRPs just went sky high. I don't know why, because maybe by then a lot of people had actually started watching the show. And also I think Annu Kapoor and I made a good team.
Yeah.
And so we were, there was a good banter between us. And we did a lot of duet songs back in that time. So I think something worked, and I went on to do the show for about 9 years. And I only stopped, I got married while the show was on. And I only stopped when I was pregnant with my daughter, Malika. Because I had to stop because, you can't work beyond the point. And that's when I stopped doing the show. But the show promptly came back to me after my second child was born. And I went on to do the show again for the next 4-5 years until it stayed on. So from there, I think the question you had asked me was about Shyam Benegal and Sudhir Mishra and Amol Palekar and Ramesh Sippy and all these people. So yes, definitely. I mean, I got to work with the best. I learned from them. I made mistakes and I learned from my mistakes. So it was a constant trial and error thing for me. And I always, tell this to my daughter that I worked with Shyam Benegal when I was 16 years old. And in that very first film, there was Om Puri, there was Shabana Azmi, there was Neena Gupta, there was Harish Patel, there was K.K. Raina, there was Ila Arun, there was Kulbhushan Kharbanda, there was Annu Kapoor, there was Pankaj Kapoor. I mean, who you may have, they were like the cream of the crop was there in the film. And it had a very large cast. Now, at the age of 16, when I worked with Shyam Benegal, that's a very impressionable age. So if I had worked, instead of working with Shyam Benegal, had I worked with Subhash Ghai, or had I worked with Ramesh Sippy, maybe my influences in my life would have been different. Maybe I would have been a different person today at a different place. But since it was more or less, I think, what I wanted, because as I had said a couple of days earlier that, yes, I would like to work with Shyam Benegal, I think somewhere I sent out a request and, the stars kind of conspired to make it happen. So after that, I just got these brilliant directors to work under, all the way until, of course, Vivek Agnihotri, who has, been one of my many directors who's been able to get the character out of me. So yes, it has been a constant journey of finding myself, of learning more about myself, of evolving as an actor, as a film person, as a film student. And what more could I have asked for? I remember I used to watch, any film that came my way. And Mr. Benegal introduced me to, global cinema. He introduced me to European cinema, to Iranian cinema, Japanese cinema. I didn't even know there was anything beyond Bollywood at that point in time. He introduced. I used to read Milton Boons on the sets of Susman because I was 16 years old. You know, I mean, my tall, dark, and handsome guy was like always in those pages of Milton Boons. So one fine day he saw me reading it. He promptly picked up the book from my hand and he threw it down and he said, "Stop reading this trash." And he gave me a book of O. Henry's short stories. So Shabana ji actually, she sat me down. She taught me, how to do my makeup properly, because she said that, your face is not aligned correctly. You need a lot of corrective makeup. Let me teach you how to do it. So it was almost like, people just did so much for me on their own voluntarily. And I think it was thanks to all of them that I learned what I learned. Thanks to them for the books I read. Thanks to them for the cinema that I watch and enjoy and make now.
That's amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, are you seeing how opportunities, destiny, and she beautifully could tell us the two directors with different dimensions, different thinking, different styles, could groom. That's where we say, I'm a leadership coach. We groom, we coach people. And working with someone like Shyam Benegal Saab she got groomed into that kind of a thing, which was in her destiny for sure. Opportunities came like that. And in case she would have been with other directors, Mr. V.S.K. Sood is watching us. Mr. V.S.K. Sood is the national president of Sangam Kala Group. I would like to inform here, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. V.S.K. Sood is there. We are going to celebrate Sonu's birthday in the next 1.5 hours. When we started Sangam Kala Group, and at that point of time, we never thought we would be going Saregamapa on the television show. We used to go to great hero group, chairman sir, and we used to ask him for 5 lakh rupees to do events in the country, I'm talking about our Mr. Brijmohan Munjal, Susa, myself, we used to go there for Saregamapa around the country, and then Anu Kapoor got involved, Pinaz Masani got, many people got, and then Sonu came out from there. And then this became so big. And I remember getting so many stars, Saregamapa to Bangkok. The moment they are through, next flight Bangkok, first time passport holders coming to Bangkok for our shows. And this is the journey of a young star at the age of 16, getting groomed, getting coached, getting groomed, getting coached into a pattern, into that DNA, and making a difference. In the meanwhile, I can see a lot of people joining here. I can see Dr. S.K. Gupta from Washington, D.C., 40 years in Washington, D.C. He has been on my show on New DNA of Leadership. I can see Captain Vijay Ingle already here. Oh, I can see Vinod Kaur, Sangam, again, this is Vichar Manch, Shipra Tyagi, the youngest women power. Khun Samsung Savadikab. Khun Samsung is our women power Thai, married to our Indian, Mr. Raj Sachdev, who is a big man, and he is our past president of Indian Association of Thailand. I can see Usha Cole already here. A lot of people are already coming on the show and enjoying. Let me go to my colleague, Varshaji. Can you go to the next question, please? In the meanwhile, I can watch who all are joined.
Sure, sir.
I'm keeping people engaged because I respect those people who join these shows continuously, and I have my folded hands to them, because this is what the power of people, and that's what my life is, power of people and power of positivity. Yeah, Varsha ji.
नमस्कार पल्लवी जी, एक बार फिर से स्वागत है आपका हमारे प्रोग्राम में। पल्लवी जी, आपने अपने फिल्मी कैरियर की शुरुआत मूवी दादा से की, जिसमें आपका किरदार एक ब्लाइंड चाइल्ड का था, और आपने एक कुख्यात गैंगस्टर की लाइफ को एक नया मोड़ दिया। ये फिल्म आपके लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रही, जिसने आज आपको एक सफल ब्रांड एज अ पल्लवी जोशी हमारे सामने है। इसके बारे में आप हमारे दर्शकों को बताएं।
दादा फिल्म मेरी पहली फिल्म नहीं थी। इट वाज वन ऑफ माय अर्लियर फिल्म्स।
ओके।
जैसे मैंने अभी कहा था, बख्शी जी ने जब सवाल पूछा था शुरुआत कहाँ से हुई, तो पहली 2 फिल्में तो मेरी वही थी जो बाइलिंगुअल फिल्म्स थी, रक्षाबंधन और खमा मारा मेरा। उसके बाद डाकू और महात्मा और मोहब्बत, ऐसी कई सारी फिल्में आई। दादा फिल्म जब मुझे मिली तो दादा एक्चुअली एक मेरे ख्याल से फजलू दादा नाम की एक फिल्म हुआ करती थी, उसका रीमेक थी ये फिल्म। और उसमें जो डायरेक्टर थे हमारे जुगल किशोर, उन्होंने उस फिल्म में हीरो का काम किया था। और शेख मुख्तार नाम के एक एक्टर हुआ करते थे, अगर आपको याद हो तो उन्होंने उस गैंगस्टर का, उस मतलब उस क्रिमिनल का काम किया था उसमें। और इस फिल्म में अमजद खान जी को उन्होंने कास्ट किया। और कुछ स्टोरी यूं थी कि मैं अंधी लड़की हूँ और मेरे फादर जो हैं उनका खून करने की वो उनको खून करने का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट इसको मिल जाता है, इस गैंगस्टर को, फजलू को, और फजलू उनका खून कर देता है और घर के नीचे ही कर देता है। और मैं दौड़ के बाहर आती हूँ, मुझे लगता है मेरे पिताजी आ गए, और फजलू मुझसे बात करता है और उन दोनों की आवाज सेम है, तो मुझे लगता है मेरे पिताजी ही हैं। एंड ऐसी कुछ रिलेशनशिप बन जाती है उन दोनों के बीच में, बिकॉज उससे लगता है कि ये मैंने क्या कर दिया है, कितनी मासूम लड़की के सर से मैंने बाप की छाया हटा ली, और अब कैसे होगा इनका। तो वो माँ की तरफ भी वो उनको कुछ पैसे देने की कोशिश करता है। द मदर ऑब्वियसली हेट्स हिम बिकॉज ही इज किल्ड हर हस्बैंड, पर वो बेटी की वजह से चुप बैठ जाती है। और धीरे 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 वो किस तरह उस लड़की को अपनी ही बेटी मानने लगता है, एंड हाउ ही रिफॉर्म्स, दैट वाज द फिल्म। एंड उस वक्त पे मुझे याद नहीं है, मैं कुछ 7-8 साल की रही होंगी, तो मुझे पूरी फिल्म याद नहीं है खैर, लेकिन कुछ एक सीन्स मुझे याद है। मुझे जब लाइनें मिलती थी तो मेकअप रूम में मेरे पिताजी या मेरी माँ मुझे एक्टिंग करके दिखाते थे कि कैसे करना है। और जाहिर से तौर पे वो दोनों एक्टर्स थे नहीं, मेरे पिताजी प्ले राइट रहे हैं पूरी जिंदगी, उन्होंने थिएटर प्रोड्यूस किया हुआ है, मेरी माँ म्यूजिशियन थी, सिंगर थी, तो एक्टिंग से उनका कुछ लेना देना नहीं था। तो वो जिस तरह से एक्टिंग करते थे तो मुझे बड़ी हंसी आती थी, क्योंकि वो कुछ मुझे लगता था कि अजीब सी कर रहे हैं, तो मैं जानबूझ के कहती थी वापस दिखाओ वापस दिखाओ। तो हमारा यही चलता था मेकअप रूम में। और फिर वहां जाके मुझे जो हंसी आती थी वो शॉट करते हुए, कितना भी सीरियस सीन हो, ऐसे लगता था कि, क्योंकि मुझे वही याद आता था कि मेरी माँ ने कैसे किया है। तो मेरा बचपन मोरलेस ऐसे ही रहा। आई डोंट थिंक आई वाज वेरी सीरियस अबाउट व्हाट आई वाज डूइंग, बिकॉज आई यूज्ड टू ओनली फॉलो। अब ये सेंस थोड़ी था कि मुझे कुछ सोच के काम करना है, वो तो बाद में डेवलप हुआ। when I decided to take up acting as my career seriously, when my father had sat me down when I was in my 10th grade. So yes, Susman was a film which I did with complete knowledge of what I was doing. I remember going up to Mr. Benegal, एक दो बार मैंने उनको कहा कि मुझे लगता है मैंने सही नहीं किया। तो कहते हैं लगता है तुम अच्छा कर सकती हो इससे, तो मैंने कहा जी। तो कहते चलो एक और लेते हैं शॉट। एंड थैंक यू थैंक्स टू हिम फॉर ह्यूमरिंग मी। तो मुझे भी समझ में आया कि मैंने आई हैडंट पुट इन 100% ऑफ माई सेल्फ, फोकस कम था मेरा। और ऐसे भी होता है कि जब आप थोड़े से यंग होते हैं तो आपका जो दिमाग है ना वो 10 दिशाओं में दौड़ता है, और आपको हर चीज लाइफ में इम्पोर्टेंट लगने लगती है। कभी कभी ऐसे भी होता है कि कोई आपके साथ काम करने वाला है या कोई डायरेक्टर का असिस्टेंट है, आपको वो दिखने में अच्छा लगने लगता है, तो आप उसी को देखते रहते हैं। वो उम्र ही ऐसी होती है। तो वो सारी चीजों के बीच में से अपने काम पे कॉन्सेंट्रेट करना, और फिर पढ़ाई भी चल रही थी, तो माँ बाप तो ऐसे छोड़ने वाले थे नहीं हमको, तो पीछे से डंडे तो पड़ते ही थे कि नहीं चाहे जो हो जाए पढ़ाई तो करो। तो बुक्स लेके जाते थे हम लोग, और पढ़ाई, एक तरफ पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं, एक तरफ बहुत ज्यादा रुचि उसमें भी है कि सेट पे क्या चल रहा है, क्योंकि वो उस टाइम वो भी एक रहता था कि मैं सब कुछ सीख लूं और बहुत जल्दी सीख लूं। एक वो उम्र होती है जब आपको लगता है कि आप सब कुछ, आप स्पंज की तरह एब्जॉर्ब करने लगते हैं सब कुछ। तो बहुत सारी चीजें आप उसमें से निकल के आप एज अ पर्सन, एज अ प्रोफेशनल, आप जब इवॉल्व होते हैं तब जाके मेरे ख्याल से कहीं पे आपका फोकस आपके जीवन में आने लगता है। फिर हर चीज को आप कंपार्टमेंटलाइज करने लगते हैं कि हाँ ये मेरा पर्सनल लाइफ है, यहाँ पे मैं माँ हूँ, यहाँ पे मैं बीवी हूँ, ये मेरा काम है, ये मेरे फ्रेंड्स का समय है, दिस इज माई मी टाइम, ये सारी चीजें बाद में समझ में आती है, पहले तो it's like life is a party, you know. So until I was about 2022, I had absolutely no problem. I was really enjoying my life.
Beautiful.
बहुत खूब. Yes, Bakshi sir.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I think you are getting excited. A lot of messages are coming on my chat box. Anshul, Women Power, Mumbai chapter head. Amazing watching her live. You're my childhood inspiration, Palviji. Thanks, Bakshi sir, for bringing her here. Fool Saab started knowing you from Antakshari. Fool Saab is 42 years in Thailand. One of the oldest expatriates in Thailand. आप last time जब आपका ट्रिप हुआ ये कश्मीर फाइल्स के लिए तो बैंकॉक मिस हुआ, उस टाइम पे आप आ नहीं पाए हमारे पास, तो उस टाइम मुलाकात हुई होती. So I think I can see Madam Tina Gai. She left her election meeting and she joined here. Wow, Tina Gai ji, thank you so much. You sent me a message. Bobby Rashiji from Bangkok, Thailand. Raj Lakshmi ji, Siva Samani, Professor of Human Resources, Siva Samani, Hyderabad. I can see Rashmi Raturi from Rayong, Thailand, Women Power. I can see Minakshi. I can see Naresh Dhola from Coventry. I can see Dr. Tina Bhatt, Srinagar, Kashmir, Women Power. I can see Paresh Gupta, CFO. I can see now this Nirja from New Jersey, moved from Facebook to Zoom to be here because she wants to question. She's known to you and she wants to question you. And let me go to the next question. Palviji, looking at you after this, no looking back, the way you moved on from that younger child to 16 to 22, everywhere, different roles, impacting people, impacting communities. So you have been an absolute package personality with the combination of TV shows, serials, movies, not only in Hindi, Gujarati, Malayali, Marathi, and then beyond India. Oh God, how many cultures, how many languages? How did you do this? When I see your list of movies, your list of serials, it's too long to talk about it. When did you get really to realize, you said the Karma Bantara, that I am destined, I have come to this world to impact the people around. People power, people. Dr. Kiran Bedi says people power, people power, people power. When did you really get into all aspects of this and said, this is Palvi Joshi going to give to this world? When was that? Which year? Which age?
Strange.
Combination of languages, combination of so many things, multitasking, multi-roles.
Strangely, Bakshiji, I never thought I was impacting the world. I just kept doing my job.
Oh.
And the intent was never to, make a mark so that people, remember you and people talk about you. Yes, it started off that way because I was in competition with my brother, but it didn't really mature to that level. Because it could have been because of the background that we come from. My parents always wanted me to work in films, not because this was a glamour profession, but because they truly realized that I was talented and that this would be a correct profession for me. So it was a very, a learned move on their behalf to put me into a profession which I will truly do justice to and will also enjoy at the same time. So I think it was amazing parenting at that point in time. And also, I remember when I was doing the serial called Mrignani, which was again very early in my career. I was about 18 or 19 years old, I think, when I did Mrignani. And very typically, I had to get into that whole makeup of Mrignani where I had, I had done a lot of eye makeup for that because my eyes had to look like Mrignani. So that was my concept of, looking the part. And then there was this a very different hairdo and the costume and everything. And after that, once she becomes the queen, of course, there was so much jewelry कि वो पहनने में ही 10-15 मिनट लग जाते थे. So I remember I was getting ready one day, and Amol Palekar was the director of the show, and his assistant came to call me for the shot. And I was ready, and he just came and he said, "Pallavi, shot ready है." मैंने कहा मैं नहीं आ रही हूँ शॉट के लिए. He said, क्या हुआ? मैंने कहा यार मैं सुबह 9 बजे से आई हूँ, 11 बज रहे हैं, मुझे अभी तक चाय नहीं मिली है, तो मुझे चाय नहीं मिलेगी ना तो मैं आऊंगी नहीं शॉट के लिए. एंड आई एक्चुअली सेड इट विद द सेम एक्सप्रेशन कि मैं आऊंगी नहीं. तो ही वाज लाइक, अरे ऐसे कैसे हो गया, आप मतलब हिलिए नहीं यहाँ से, जब तक चाय नहीं आएगी आप हिलिए नहीं यहाँ से, मैं अब भी बेचता हूँ चाय. एंड एज ही वाज लीविंग आई सेड, बाय द वे आई एम रेडी. तो ही सेड, हाँ मैं चेक करने आया था, मैं शॉट रेडी होता है मैं बुला लूंगा. My father was sitting behind me in the makeup room and he said, what was that about chai? So I said, नहीं वो हम लोग ऐसे ही हमारा चलता है. And my father said, you come here to act or you come here to have chai on the sets? So I was like, no, Baba, I was, मैं ऐसे ही मजाक कर रही थी. He said, ये सब बहुत घटिया हरकतें होती हैं, जो तुमको जो भी स्टारगिरी हम लोग कहते हैं हमारी बम्बईया लैंग्वेज में, इसको जो भी स्टारगिरी करनी है ना वो सब कैमरे के सामने करो. You go and prove there what you are. ये सब चाय मांगो और लंच मांगो और ये मांगो, इसके लिए नहीं तुम आई हो इस लाइन में. So this was like at every point in time we were made aware that don't throw tantrums. That's not why you've come here for. Do your job. Learn from the best in the profession. And I think that's what I kept doing, and that's what I'm still doing. So I really don't think at any point. Even I'm Buddha when we started, I don't think it was with the intention of making an impact in the world. It was something that really came from our heart. And I think, when you transcend from, being individuals to being parents, that care somehow, it just takes over. And once your children are grown up, then you want to parent someone else. If you feel that you're in a position where you can help someone, then why not? And even if you're not, हमारे पास अगर पैसे नहीं होते कि हम किसी को पैसे की मदद करते, I would have done something else. Like I used to work with street children. I have directed plays for them. Slum children basically. I used to get them together, write plays for them, direct the plays. And some of our friends, we used to pool in resources and we used to hire out a mini theater and we used to stage that show, just one show, but give them a feel of theater. And I used to make them feel, whenever they didn't have the correct body language or when they wouldn't speak their lines well, I would keep telling them that, hey, you look like Salman Khan, okay? So act like him. Shah Rukh Khan ko nahi bhulna hai. So you have to keep boosting them up, boosting their morale. And the kids actually performed very well. So I kept doing this when I didn't have enough resources to help them monetarily. So I think this probably was always there because of my background. And I think Vivek's entry in my life only kind of, I think, strengthened this resolve to do some good work, not with the intention of making an impact.
Beautiful. It's amazing to know that story of excellence, and I can feel it and I can see it, that mentors and coaches play a very important role. Parents as mentors and coaches, and then when you start working, when you start, I call it experiential learning, where you learn from people with whom you work and get associated with. I can see Laviska Kapoor, Australia. I know it's late night. You're there already. I can see Bobby Rashi. I can see Santosh Badani Sahab. I can see Ajay Wali Sahab. I can see people are coming in. Oh, I can see Asha again from Berlin already here. And I can see, that's Honey from Durban. Yeah, Honey, there's something in Hindi. So I can't help that. So for an Indian audience, you all need to learn Hindi because these faces are going to be around the world. As I always say, global Indian faces are going to be around the world. Yeah, Varsha ji, you have a question? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. पल्लवी जी, आपने काफी सारी फिल्में की, डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ फिल्म, बुद्धा इन ट्रैफिक जाम, ताशकंद, कश्मीर फाइल्स पे आप काम कर रहे हैं. ये सभी अलग अलग तरह की स्टोरी हैं और इनमें किरदार भी डिफरेंट हैं. तो आपने इस तरह का किरदार चुना, तो क्यों चुना और इसमें आपका अनुभव कैसा रहा? इसके साथ ही आज आप विमेन पावर की एक अद्वितीय मिसाल हैं, तो इसमें आगे आपका क्या एम है, क्या लक्ष्य है, उसके बारे में जरा बताएं।
सबसे पहले तो जो जिन 3 फिल्मों की आपने बात की, ये तीनों विवेक की फिल्में हैं, बुद्धा इन ट्रैफिक जैम, द ताशकंद फाइल्स और द कश्मीर फाइल्स। तो बुद्धा की कास्टिंग मेरी उन्होंने ही की, तो ऐसी रोल्स में वो मुझे कास्ट करते हैं। बिकॉज मुझे याद है किसी ने विवेक को पूछा था कि मेरी जो पूरी जर्नी रही है थैंक्स टू माय फेस, मुझे बड़े इमोशनल तरह के रोल मिलते रहे, तो मैं हर फिल्म में रोती रही मतलब फॉर सम रीजन। तो बट आई हैव नेवर क्राइड इन विवेक फिल्म्स। तो किसी ने पूछा था कि बट पल्लवी इज नोन फॉर हर इमोशंस एंड हाउ कम यू हैव नेवर कास्ट हर? So he said, because I've in that kind of a character, he said, because I've never seen her like this, I've always seen her as a strong person, as an independent person. और जो मैंने देखा है अपने निजी जीवन में, मैं वही वैसे ही सोचूंगा उनके बारे में। तो इसीलिए मेरे ख्याल से विवेक ने मुझे हमेशा थोड़े ऐसे रोल्स में कास्ट किया जो मैंने कभी किए नहीं थे पहले। और जब आपने कुछ किया नहीं होता पहले, तो वो हमेशा एक चैलेंज के रूप में आपके सामने आता है।
वेरी ट्रू।
जैसे शीतल बटकी की जो कैरेक्टर मैंने निभाई थी, भूमिका निभाई थी मैंने बुद्धा इन ट्रैफिक जैम में, वो एक बहुत ही टिपिकल जो एक हाई सोसाइटी की लॉस्ट औरत थी, कि जो मतलब कहीं म्यूजियम में कहीं क्यूरेटर थी और दिशाहीन हो गई जिंदगी, तो कहीं वही प्रोफेसर मिल गए तो उसी से शादी कर ली, पता चला वो तो अवन नक्सल निकल गए। और इसका तो कभी एम था ही नहीं, मतलब इस लेवल पे तो इसको जाना ही नहीं था, इसको पता ही नहीं था इतने दिनों तक उस प्रोफेसर के साथ रह के कि इसके ऐसे लेफ्टिस्ट विचार हैं। और मतलब इस तरह की जो होती है ना, जो थोड़ी सी दिशाहीन औरतें होती हैं, तो इसलिए वो उसमें देखी, वो अरुणोदय सिंह के साथ वो फ्लर्ट भी कर रही है वहां पे और अपनी शादी भी निभा रही है, सब कुछ। तो वो दैट केम एज अ वेरी अमेजिंग कैरेक्टर। तो मैंने कहा यार, मैं तो मजा आएगा करने में। एंड ऑल्सो I was in an age where, I was, I think, around 40 plus already. तो वो एक तब जो औरतों को बहुत ज्यादा अमूमन तौर पे, मतलब बाकी औरतें प्लीज बुरा न माने इस बात का, क्योंकि मैं भी इसमें से गुजरी हूँ, लेकिन 40 के बाद कहीं पे आपको ऐसे लगने लगता है कि नहीं, मुझे थोड़ा सा आई नीड टू कीप लुकिंग यंग, वो एक जो होता है। तो आई थिंक दैट वर्क्ड वेरी वेल फॉर दैट कैरेक्टर। तो दैट वाज अबाउट बटकी, शीतल बटकी। ताशकंद फाइल्स ऑफ कोर्स व्हेन विवेक रोड, तो मेरे ख्याल से जो एक दूसरा पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू जो है हमारे यहाँ, जो पॉपुलर नैरेटिव जो चल रहा है, उसको असली नैरेटिव के साथ जक्सटापोज तो करना ही था। इसलिए वो दूसरा नैरेटिव जो पॉपुलर नैरेटिव है, वो आने की बहुत जरूरत थी। अब वो किसके थ्रू आए? So therefore he thought about a historian. अब कैरेक्टर तो दे दिया, लेकिन वो मुझे उन्होंने क्रिपल बना दिया, उसमें व्हीलचेयर में बिठा दिया। तो अब व्हीलचेयर में इसलिए है वो, क्योंकि वो अपने प्रीकंसीव्ड आइडियाज के साथ इतनी जकड़ी हुई है कि वो हिल नहीं पा रही है। शी इज हैंडिकैप्ड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट। तो ये एक मतलब मेटाफोरिकल रीजन था उसके पीछे, उसको क्रिपल दिखाने में। दैट्स व्हाई शी कांट मूव। कि वो चिढ़ती भी है जब वो सेक्युलरिज्म की बात होती है। अगर यदि आपने फिल्म देखी हो, तो जहां पे पंकज त्रिपाठी कहते हैं कि इसी ने सारा बेड़ा गर्क कर दिया है, तो वो चूंकि ये एक मुसलमान कैरेक्टर है, तो वो उठने की कोशिश करती है, देन शी रियलाइजेस दैट शी कांट बिकॉज शी इज क्रिपल्ड, शी इज हैंडिकैप्ड। जो कि सिर्फ फिजिकल मैनिफेस्टेशन नहीं है उस कैरेक्टर का, उसका मेंटल भी है, इमोशनल भी है। सो आई थिंक ये जो ये छोटी छोटी जो चीजें निकालते हैं ना विवेक, न्यूएंसेस जो लिखते हैं जिस तरह से, वो बहुत मजा आता है करने में। और कश्मीर फाइल्स के बारे में तो मैं इतनी बात करना चाहती हूँ, लेकिन मैं कुछ बोल नहीं सकती अभी। बट आई एम सो एक्साइटेड। चलिए नहीं, अभी नहीं बोलूंगी।
कोई बात नहीं।
बट नाउ दैट वी आर ऑन द सब्जेक्ट ऑफ कश्मीर, I would like to just congratulate everyone because I got a news that कुछ
Yes.
flats बन रहे हैं अभी Valley में. Lieutenant Governor has approved of some land. So congratulations, everyone. This is a good step forward.
Yeah, we are moving on the steps forward, and I think that's a great news. We are thankful to Prime Minister Modi's vision, and we know we will talk about that now. In between, now I think you see, people are more. Ravi Saigal Sahab, Namaskar, Savadika, the President of India Thai Chamber of Commerce has already joined. He says we have to get her here. Khurshid Mir Sahab, Sajad Khan Sahab, welcome. And now, in the meanwhile, now I Buddha in traffic jam. I think you covered that. But a movie hai Arohan karke. There's a movie called Arohan. What a character!
It's a TV show, actually.
It's a TV show. Amazingly beautiful character. That too a Navy based on this. What was that, and how did it inspire, influence your personality? That's my question. A quick response.
Actually, ये सवाल उल्टा होना चाहिए. मैं आपको बताती हूँ कैसे. I was invited to a Navy Ball function as a chief guest in 1992, was it, when the Babri Masjid came down? I think it was the same year in December. They had a Navy Ball in Goa. And that's right. We heard the news there. So, मैं वहाँ पे गई when I realized I came to know there that the first batch of women has just passed out of the Indian Naval Academy. So obviously मैं तो मेरा ऐसा कान खड़े हो गए एकदम से, and I said, what is this about now? I need to know, because armed forces have always been, how do you say, an area owned by men. So what is this induction about women? Tell me. So then they said that, they have now started getting women into the main, main fold. But yet they were not allowed to sail. They were in the ATC department. They were in a couple of other departments had opened up. And of course, medicine and education was already open for women, but frontline combating was still not open for them. And in the same breath, some senior officers, who were sitting down with me, told me about the great naval tradition that when, एक sailor की बीवी भी जब आती है कमरे में, तो CNC भी उठ के खड़े हो जाते हैं. So I said, wow, that's amazing, when what etiquettes. But tell me, would the CNC stand up if it was a junior officer? But no, of course not. The junior officer has to stand up. I said, the junior officer in question is a woman, then what does he do? That was my question outright. And then he said, he actually took a beat and he said, well, it's a new territory for us, even we don't know. So I said, why not make a show on this? And my mind started working then and there. And I immediately started researching on the subject. I researched for, I think, a couple of years. 93, we started shooting for the show. I had taken all my permissions from South Block. I used to go to Delhi practically every month for a year. And I got the show approved from Doordarshan. We got all our permissions to shoot at, the Mumbai Naval Base here, which was called INS Hamla. At Goa, at INS Hansa, INS Mandvi, and INS Gomantak, all three bases, at Vizag also. And once I got these clearances, then I said, now let's sit down and write this show. So Arohan is very special to me because that marked my debut as a producer on television. It marked my debut as a writer on television because I wrote the entire series and I also acted in it, which I shouldn't have because I was handling too many things. And these days I have decided not to multitask because I think it takes you nowhere. I mean, people who can do it, a big salute to them. But I don't think multitasking is for me. मैं एक चीज के पीछे पड़ती हूँ, मैं उसको खत्म करती हूँ, फिर दूसरी चीज हाथ में लेती हूँ. तो वो खैर वो किया मैंने, आई एक्टेड इन इट आल्सो. But Arohan became even more special just a couple of years ago when we were doing a show called Bharat Ki Baat. और उसमें हम women empowerment का एक episode कर रहे थे. And we heard that there was, back then it had recently happened, that women are now into frontline combating in Navy. And there was an all-women naval ship which had gone around the globe, you know, visiting all the different countries. And it was an all-women crew, all naval officers and women sailors. So we got interested in that story and we went to interview one of the officers. I'm sorry, I cannot recall her name now. She's a lieutenant commander. And when we contacted her and when my team went to interview her and they asked her, how did this whole thing happen? You know, how did you get into Navy and how did you choose this profession? Because it's still not a very popular profession amongst women. So she said, I got inspired by a show that I had watched when I was 8 years old. It was called Arohan and Pallavi Joshi had starred in it. And for my team to actually go and hear this was like the icing on the cake. And I said, Arohan has always been special and now it has become all the more special. So there are certain times when you feel that you feel so blessed that, you know, somewhere you've been able to, you know, make a difference to someone's life, for somebody to have made the right decision, somewhere you are, you know, the reason for it. It does give you a good feeling. So, Vartika, Lieutenant Commander Vartika Joshi is her name. Yeah.
Ah, wow. I mean, we keep on talking. Time ka pata nahi chal raha hai. Ladies and gentlemen, please, we are getting through. Please raise your questions fast. Whether you are on YouTube, you are on Global Talent Television, Facebook, and on the Zoom, raise your hands because in the next few minutes we can take your questions. अरे सनी भट्ट साहब कहाँ है आप आ गए सुमन कोल अब आ गई लक्ष्मण पार्कर की नाउ वर्षा जी आपका कोई क्वेश्चन है कोई फटाफट
यस सर पल्लवी जी मैं आपसे आपको जो एक आपके लिए बहुत ही खुशी का दिन रहा है उसके बारे में बात करना चाहूंगी कि आपको वैसे तो काफी अवार्ड मिले हैं पर एक स्पेशल अवार्ड जो आपको और आपके हस्बैंड विवेक जी को एक साथ नेशनल अवार्ड मिला है ये एक ही दिन में एक ही घर में दो अवार्ड आए तो उस दिन आपकी क्या प्रतिक्रिया रही और इस सफलता का श्रेय आप किसे देंगी
श्रेय तो ऊपर वाले को ही देना चाहिए क्योंकि ये मेरे ख्याल से ये कोई नया रिकॉर्ड सा बन गया है कि मियां बीवी को एक ही साल में एक ही फिल्म के लिए नेशनल अवार्ड शायद पहली बार मिल रहा है तो एक्चुअली हुआ यूं मैं तो गई थी अपना कोविड का वैक्सीनेशन लेने और मैं आई वापस तो मुझे विवेक ने कहा कि अच्छा पूरा जो 2020 का जो पूरा साल था उसमें हम लोग रुके रहे क्योंकि हमने भेजी तो थी फिल्म नेशनल अवार्ड के लिए लेकिन मैंने कहा कुछ कमेटी नहीं बैठी कुछ नहीं हुआ तो ऑब्वियसली पैंडेमिक की वजह से कुछ हुआ ही नहीं देन वी थॉट कि मे बी क्लब करेंगे 2020 और 2021 एक साथ क्योंकि पिछले साल इतनी ज्यादा फिल्में आई नहीं है सो आई एक्चुअली हैड नो आइडिया इट हैड कंप्लीटली स्लिप्ड माय माइंड मैं आई वैक्सीनेशन लेके वापस अपना बाहर ही मलती रही मैं बड़ी देर तक तो विवेक ने कहा कि अरे वो अभी अनाउंसमेंट हो रही है नेशनल अवार्ड्स की तो मैंने कहा अरे वो तो मेरे दिमाग से ही उतर गई थी बात तो मैंने कहा मैं देखती हूँ जाके अपने कमरे में एंड ही सेड नहीं यहीं बैठो हम ऑफिस में ही थे ही सेड नहीं यहीं बैठ जाओ साथ में ही देख लेते हैं मैंने कहा चलो और फिर जैसे वो शुरू हुई मुझे तो पहले लगा था कि सिर्फ प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस है फिर मुझे पता चला कि ये और मुझे लगा नॉमिनीज शायद वो अनाउंस करेंगे फिर पता चला ये लोग विनर्स कर रहे हैं अनाउंस तो मैं बिल्कुल यूं करके बैठी थी बिकॉज आई वाज होपिंग विवेक यू नो विन्स अ नेशनल अवार्ड क्योंकि मुझे बहुत अंदर से इच्छा थी कि मैंने कहा विवेक को एक नेशनल अवार्ड मिलना बहुत जरूरी है और जैसे ही सबसे पहले विवेक का नाम अनाउंस हुआ बेस्ट स्क्रीन प्ले डायलॉग्स के लिए एंड आई वाज लाइक ऑन क्लाउड 9 मैं तो इतनी जोर से चिल्लाने लगी हमारे ऑफिस के सब लोग अंदर दौड़ के आए कि हुआ क्या. And my son was like ahead of them. He thought something happened to us. And I was actually jumping like a baby. मैं कूद ही जा रही थी. And I told my son, I said, Daddy's won a national award. I'm so happy, this and that. And all the office collected and everyone was like, giving each other hugs and ये और वो. इतने में मैंने अपना नाम सुना, क्योंकि वो तो चल ही रही थी पीछे, वो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस, उसकी तो आवाज आ ही रही थी. मैंने कहा है व्हाट इज दिस. और फिर मैंने स्क्रीन पे देखा कि बेस्ट सपोर्टिंग एक्ट्रेस पल्लवी जोशी, ताशकंद फाइल्स. तब तो मतलब इट बिकेम अ डबल सेलिब्रेशन फॉर अस. आई सीरियसली हैडंट एक्सपेक्टेड इट. मुझे लगा ही नहीं था कि नेशनल अवार्ड. आई वाज होपिंग श्वेता प्रसाद को मिल जाए, बिकॉज आई थॉट शी वाज एक्सीलेंट. आई थॉट मिथुन दा वाज एक्सीलेंट इन द फिल्म. तो मैं उन दोनों के लिए बहुत रूट कर रही थी कि उन दोनों में से किसी एक को अवार्ड मिल जाए. दोनों को मिल जाए तो मतलब सोने पे सुहागा, पर नहीं तो किसी एक को तो मिल जाए. पर विवेक के नाम से ही मैं इतना खुश हो गई कि मैं बाकी सब भूल ही गई थी. और फिर खुद का नाम सुना तो मतलब फिर आप सोच ही सकते हैं क्या हुआ होगा.
नहीं, आपका कुछ बोल रहे हैं आप, वर्षा जी आपका म्यूट है.
बहुत बहुत बधाई हो पल्लवी जी आपको उस अवार्ड के लिए.
थैंक यू.
मेरा अगला प्रश्न आपसे कश्मीरी फाइल्स पर है, जो आप ये एक बहुत ही अहम प्रोजेक्ट है जिसपे आप विवेक जी के साथ काम कर रहे हैं. और अभी हाल ही में आपने कश्मीर विजिट किया है, जहां आपका स्वागत एक परिवार के सदस्य की तरह हुआ है कश्मीरी पंडित कम्युनिटी में. आप कश्मीरी पंडित जेनोसाइड के बारे में जानते हैं, उसके बारे में प्लीज विचार प्रकट कीजिए.
देखिए, मेरे ख्याल से ये विचार प्रकट करने की जगह आप फिल्म देखें तो हम सबके विचार आपको समझ में आ जाएंगे क्या है. क्योंकि मैं काफी बार इसके बारे में बोल चुकी हूँ. मैं आपको संक्षिप्त में बता देती हूँ कि मेरी भावना इसको लेके क्या है. मेरी और विवेक की, दोनों की शायद. हुआ यूं कि 1990 की ही बात है कि मैं एक फिल्म कर रही थी उन दिनों जिसका नाम था तहलका. और तहलका की शूटिंग कश्मीर में होने वाली थी. लेकिन हमें पता चला, जो बंबई में बैठे लोगों को जो न्यूज आई वो मैं आपको बता रही हूँ, आपको आश्चर्य होगा सुन के, कि नहीं कश्मीर में कुछ टेररिस्ट की वो कुछ हो रहा है, वहां पे टेररिज्म बढ़ रहा है थोड़ा सा, तो कश्मीर वैली इज नाउ क्लोज्ड फॉर शूटिंग्स. और ये 2-3 बार पहले हो चुका था. तो हमने कहा चलो क्या करना है ऐसा वैसा. तो हमारे डायरेक्टर प्रोड्यूसर जो थे अनिल शर्मा, उन्होंने हिमाचल शिफ्ट कर दी पूरी शूटिंग. तो हम लोग मनाली में जाके, हमको वो स्नो वो चाहिए था काफी सारा, तो हम जाके मनाली में बैठ गए 1 महीने के लिए. हम लोग वहां शूटिंग कर रहे थे. तहलका में धर्म जी थे, नसीरुद्दीन शाह थे, आदित्य पंचोली थे, अमरीश पुरी जी थे. बहुत इट वाज अ ह्यूज स्टारकास्ट फिल्म. किसी को इस बात की भनक तक नहीं थी कि ऐसा कुछ, इतनी बड़ी घटना कुछ वहां पे हो गई है. मैं आपको बता रही हूँ कि जैसे हम लोग आए दिन कभी ऐसी खबर पढ़ते हैं ना कि कोई एसटी बस का एक्सीडेंट हो जाता है कहीं. जो महाराष्ट्र में घाट जिसको कहते हैं वो बहुत है, जो पतली सड़कें होती हैं जो हिल्स में जाती हैं, वो गोल गोल ऐसी घूमती हुई, तो उनको घाट कहते हैं. तो घाट में किसी बस का एक्सीडेंट हो गया, वो खाई में गिर गई बस और उसमें कुछ एक लोग मर गए. तो हम ये न्यूज पढ़ते हैं कि अरे यार ये बुरा हुआ, चलो, और अगली न्यूज आप पढ़ते हैं. हम इतने इम्यून हो गए हैं ऐसी चीजों को पढ़ के कि हम आगे बढ़ते हैं. कश्मीर की न्यूज भी ऐसी ही आई थी, इतनी ही छोटी आई थी बंबई में. शायद दिल्ली में ज्यादा पता होगा क्योंकि दिल्ली में बहुत इट्स अ पॉलिटिकल प्लेस. बॉम्बे इज नॉट. बॉम्बे इज अ वेरी कमर्शियल प्लेस. तो यहाँ पे पहुंचा ही नहीं वो. उसके बाद कुछ गिने चुने कश्मीरी पंडित लोग हैं फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में. हमारे दोस्त हैं, एक रवि केमू करके हैं, एक अशोक पंडित हैं, अनुपम जी हैं. तो इनसे सुनते रहते थे ऐसा, लेकिन उन्होंने भी कभी इतना बड़ा हमको बताया नहीं. हो सकता है बिकॉज नहीं वो बांटना चाहते थे क्या बीती है उन पे, या शायद कुछ एक हमारे दोस्त ऐसे भी थे कि जो कश्मीर में नहीं रहते थे, वो मुंबई में ही रहते थे तब, So maybe they didn't even know the gravity of the situation. लेकिन जब हमने रिसर्च शुरू किया हमारा, और जब लोगों से मिले हम लोग, इंटरव्यूज लेना शुरू किया हमने, वर्षा जी मैं आपको बता नहीं सकती, मैं इतनी ज्यादा सख्ते में आ गई थी कि जैसे बख्शी जी ने अभी इंट्रोड्यूस किया है, हम भी कभी जब अपने आप के बारे में बहुत ज्यादा सोचने लगते हैं और कहते हैं कि नहीं यार हम भी तो कुछ कम नहीं है, हमने तो इतना किया है, कभी कभी करते हैं हम, अपने आप को थोड़ा सा मोटिवेट करने के लिए। तो हम दोनों यही सोचने लगे कि हम अपने आप को इतना मतलब अवेयर सिटीजन्स मानते हैं, और हमने इतना अपने आप को हम एक्टिंग से और मतलब फिल्मों से अलग, हमारी इतनी बड़ी दुनिया है, एक इतना सोशियो पॉलिटिकल एक थॉट है हमारा, इसके बावजूद मतलब 2017-2018 तक हमको 1990 में क्या हुआ वो पता ही नहीं था। And then when we started hearing the stories from people, I can't tell you how small we felt and how terrible we felt. ऐसा लगने लगा कि जैसे इंडिया ने इनजस्टिस की है कश्मीरी पंडितों के साथ। मैं भी एक इंडियन हूँ, मैंने इनजस्टिस की है, मैं खुद उस इनजस्टिस का एक पार्ट हूँ, क्योंकि मुझ तक ये बात पहुंची नहीं और न मैंने उसे जानने की कोशिश की, और ये मुझसे बहुत बड़ी गलती हो गई है। अब इस गलती को मैं कैसे सुधारूंगी, तो मैं कश्मीर का सच दिखाऊंगी, एक हम ऐसी फिल्म बनाएंगे, ये प्रायश्चित है हमारा ना जानने का, एक भारतीय होने के नाते जो हमसे अपराध हुआ है उसका ये प्रायश्चित है ये फिल्म, ऐसा आप समझ लीजिए। और मैं उसी नजर से उसको देखती हूँ। चूंकि ये एक फिल्म है तो उसमें बहुत सारी चीजें हमको ऐड करनी पड़ी, अलग अलग पक्ष उसमें ऐड करने पड़ते हैं, क्योंकि आप जैसे जब गाना गाते हैं तब आप एक ही सुर नहीं छेड़ सकते, आपको 7 सुरों के बीच में घूमना पड़ता है। फिल्म का भी वैसे ही होता है कि जब आप एक फिल्म बनाते हैं तो वो सिर्फ कश्मीरी पंडित ही नहीं, बाकी लोग भी देखते हैं, तो उनको बहुत सारे पक्ष जो है उनके सामने रखने पड़ेंगे ताकि वो खुद डिसाइड कर सके कि क्या सही है क्या गलत है, जैसे हमने ताशकंद फाइल्स में किया था। तो कुछ इसी तरह से हमने इसके साथ करने की कोशिश की है। अब देखते हैं कैसे होगा। हमने फिल्म देखी, अभी एडिट होके कंप्लीट हो गई है फिल्म, अभी पोस्ट प्रोडक्शन के लिए गई है, जो इफेक्ट्स वगैरह है फिल्म में उसके लिए गई है, वो ऑडियो का काम चल रहा है, तो बाकी सारे म्यूजिक, बैकग्राउंड म्यूजिक का काम चल रहा है, तो बहुत सारी चीजें लेयर बाय लेयर करके हम अभी आई थिंक विद इन द नेक्स्ट फ्यू मंथ्स वी शुड बी रेडी विद द फिल्म. Let's keep our fingers crossed that the theaters stay open, that corona doesn't come back in the third wave. We go back to whatever normalcy we can, with of course all the new normal rules applicable, but people get to go to the theater, watch the film, and come out of the theaters knowing that they have made a grave injustice to the entire Kashmiri Pandit population.
वर्षा जी, आपने बहुत कठिन जगह पे मेरे को टच किया इस क्वेश्चन से. I became emotional. Being a Kashmiri Pandit, we have all gone through a lot of pain, and you see me when we talk about this Kashmiri Pandits, and she is supporting us on Global Kashmiri Pandit Business Foundation. She supports us. She knows a lot of Kashmiris around the world. Yes, nobody knew in this country till 2014 what has happened to our community. It's only since 2014 people know about it, and we are very thankful to Narendra Modi and Amit Shah for removal of 370, and we will go back to Kashmir. We will go back to Kashmir. We will go back to Kashmir, our hometown and our birthplace. Having said that, now let me not go to that emotional part of it. There are a lot of Kashmiris who are watching. Anita Rahina is in pain. She is watching there. Bhavna Padita is in pain. She is watching there and saying that kaise hoga, kab Kashmir pahunch jayenge. In the meanwhile, Soni Saab, good to see you here. Pallavi ji, now we need to come to closure fast. Now, one side all this, and then finally I come to that ek saath. I am Buddha, Global Kashmiri Pandit Business, Global Kashmiri Pandit Diaspora, not the Business Foundation, that's different. Global Kashmiri Pandit Diaspora and Anupam Kher Foundation getting together, making this very strong Ek Saath event, raising funds for the children. And your experience, because this was not easy to get Asha ji, Lata ji, and all the leading singers of our great country together. How did you work so fast? It was done within weeks, and you made a difference to all of us. And I strongly hold my hands. We did an event wherein we thanked all of you. I moderated that event. And how did you do it so quickly? And what was that passion? What was that feel coming to you that I have to do it for the community at large?
This saying that we've all learned as a child, many hands make light work. It was exactly like that. When Dr. Surinder Kaul called me and said that we are going to, we plan to make something like this, and would you help us out? There was no question of saying no. I'll never say no to Dr. Surinder Kaul for anything, because he's family. He's like a brother to all of us. तो सवाल ही नहीं था ना बोलने का, तो मुझे हाँ बोलना ही था. And I got to work, but I think Mr. Anupam Kher made a lot of difference. He came in a little later, but he actually got a lot of people. He also helped us with the, there are these IPRS issues that come up. The intellectual property rights. You cannot just, have a concert and, have any song sung by any singer, even if it's his or her own song. So you have to pay a certain fee to the music label companies. But fortunately, he worked towards it, and that money was waived off. Otherwise, we would have ended up with nothing. सारा पैसा वही ले जाते. But ये सारी चीजें उन्होंने भी बहुत उसमें help की. And Global Kashmiri Pandit Diaspora, all you people, you have worked amazingly for this concert to happen. मतलब हमने, see, we did what we are, good in. I mean, this is what we do for a living. So putting a concert together was no big deal for me. Fortunately, इतनी साख भी बनी है इंडस्ट्री में कि हमने जहां फोन किया वो सब लोग आ गए एक कॉल में. लेकिन जरूरी ये था कि ये लोगों तक पहुंचे. तो उसके लिए आप लोगों ने जो उसके लिए अथक प्रयास किए हैं सबने, ये भी बहुत ज्यादा, उससे ज्यादा आप क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं कि वो सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी है. हम तो जैसे हम कहते हैं हमने कश्मीर फाइल्स बना दी भाई, लेकिन अगर उसको देखने वाला ही कोई नहीं है तो हम क्या कर लेंगे फिल्में बना के. तो उनको इकट्ठा करना, उनके नंबर्स को लाना, ये भी अपने आप में एक बहुत बड़ा जॉब था. तो मेरे ख्याल से ये तीनों फाउंडेशंस ने अपनी अपनी जगह पे अपना काम किया, और इस तरह से ये कॉन्सेप्ट मेरे ख्याल से सक्सेसफुल.
Beautiful, and we are really thankful on behalf of Global Kashmiri Pandit Diaspora to Anupam Kher Foundation. I am Buddha, and Anshul is saying, why are you feeling low? I said that question of Kashmir came, and that gives pain in the heart. Now, I have last question, and before I go to a couple of questions from the audience. Palviji, hashtag women power, a global movement, 1 million women on this platform by 2024. From Kiran Bedi to Shilpa, to Pinaz Masani, to Shazia Almi, to Malini Awasthi, to Pinaz Masani, to Ambassador of India in Thailand, to CEO of Noida. Many people from different parts, different walks of life have come on the show, coming regularly. These are Indians, and then globally from America, Canada, Germany, Europe, Africa, Afghanistan. I can see Farooq. Yeah, Farooq says, I am in little pain because what's going on. Farooq is one of the senior women powers in Afghanistan. I can understand what's going on. Now, this women power program of ours, 1 million, and we also going to go to face-to-face in days to come. I wanted to start from Bangkok, but Bangkok right now is in a bad shape. and my community is actually suffering there today. And I yesterday tweeted to Prime Minister Modi for supporting our Indian community in Thailand for sure. And I got a call today, something is going to be happening on this. Now, this women power programs, and we have taken this big mission. People call me mad. You can see a video in the beginning, DK Bakshi is mad. I said, I am mad. I will be mad. I have taken this mission along with Dr. Kiran Bedi. Let me be mad. And in the process, I have been titled as an honorable woman also. I am happy on that. And how you as Pallavi Joshi will be supporting this movement. And I would like to know from you, what is your feel about women empowerment? What do you think? And how will you support our movement?
I will support whichever way I can. आप कहिए हम कर देंगे support. You're always here. And as far as the word empowerment is concerned, I think a lot of times people there is a very thin line between being westernized, being liberated, and being empowered. An empowered woman doesn't need to look extremely liberated, but yet she can be empowered. So I think being a liberated woman and being an empowered woman, for me, are two different things. A liberated woman may not be empowered, but an empowered woman will always be liberated in her mind. And the clothes that she wears, the personality that she shows people, it's all her own doing. It's all coming from her own mind. So a lot of times you see, I don't know how to quite put this in words without really comparing, and I don't want to compare because I don't like to judge. Let's just say that my mother, let me go to my mother. I think that is a very safe territory to talk. My mother has been, working all her life. And yet she never, ever missed one single evening when I came back from my school. And she always made my snacks for me. And I always demanded that she make something different for me each day because I don't want to eat the same thing every day. I was very demanding as a child. I think I still am. But my mother, a great cook that she was, she enjoyed cooking also. I don't know how she managed to be there for me every evening. She made sure that the time that I come back from school and later on the time that I come back from my shootings was the time she completely avoided getting her students over or going out, for her recordings. I don't know how she managed that. She chose to be a mother, she chose to be a wife, and she chose to be a working woman, all three together. And she never had to ask anyone, what do I choose over the other? And I don't think anybody, and when I say anybody, I definitely mean my father, had anything to say in the matter, because he knew that unki nahi chalegi uske samne, because this was her own decision. So this is what empowerment is. But if you would have seen my mother, she was always an extremely simple looking woman. She always wore saris. She always thought her husband was the best person in the world. She always, took one step behind him. She always did that. And whenever I asked her, when you grow up and of course you learn about things, whenever I asked her, I said, why do you always put Baba in front of you? Aren't you two equals? Isn't marriage a 50-50 partnership? So she said, yeah, but I like the fact that he's there to take care of me. And she was the one who explained the secret of marriage to me, which I think, I somewhere मैंने उसकी गांठ बांध ली, I think that works. She said, yes, it's a 50-50% partnership. लेकिन रोज 50% नहीं होता. Sometimes you give 70, you get 30. Sometimes you give 90, you receive only 10. But then there are days when you don't even give 5, yet you receive 95.
Wow.
And those are the days to live for, So that is what a 50% partnership means. So that is, I think, that is being empowered.
Wow. You have really beautifully, wow, what it's the first time we have done 120 shows, 125 shows. This is something to learn at. And by the way, Pallavi, I have taken a decision to write a book on #Women Power, 8th March 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, International Women Day. This book will be released. My last book was in 2002, which was at India Can Do It event. Mr. Jan and the minister and our this Bollywood singers were there when we did this India Can Do It, a big event. But now I have decided to write already a book where I have spoken to my mentor, Dr. Kiran Bedi, which is Women Power, 8th March 2022, release International Women Day. Wherever I am, and Dr. Bedi will be with me to release that book.